PGA Tour 2K25 has launched, and for some of you out there, what you want to do is just get your MyPlayer as good as they can be as quickly as possible. So today I'm going to show you what I found to be the fastest way to level up your character and also get the VC that you need in order to buy the attribute points that you need. Before I get into it though, I do want to say that this method is, it's just overall kind of boring. Like it was for me. You kind of turn your brain off when you're doing it. But if you're wanting the fast method of getting your MyPlayer up and level, this is the best way to do it. If you want to kind of enjoy the game and enjoy the difficulty of the game and enjoy like the grind of getting your character from a low level to a high level, I highly suggest you do not do any of this. So with that being said, let's jump into the fastest way to level up your MyPlayer and get the VC to do so. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come into your settings, and you're going to want to put the settings down to perfect swing. Now, I'm doing the perfect swing to start just because that's the easiest way to golf with a low-rated character. If you feel comfortable in, going up to amateur, pro-am, pro, even master if you really want to, the settings that we'll have where we're going it's going to be easy to win tournaments, but the perfect swing just gives you the best ability to do that. And the XP multiplier, while it is good, it's not worth it if you're not winning tournaments. I would start at perfect swing, move up as you feel comfortable to do so, because there are certain quests where you do have to get like 3 pars in a row on pro. So there are certain quests that you can do to get a little bit extra, but if you just kind of want to shut your brain off and just grind out levels and VC, then doing it on the perfect swing is the best way to go about it. But once you have all that set and you're ready to go, we're going to hop into MyCareer. And for what decision of tour you want to be, we are jumping straight to the PGA Tour. Because jumping straight to the PGA Tour allows us to go against rivals and also complete some pretty big quests through the MyCareer so that we can start getting VC and MyPlayer XP. So you're going to select the PGA Tour to start this journey on. From here, we are going to set user sim difficulty to amateur in case you want to do dynamic rounds. I'll go over that here in a little bit. I suggest you play full rounds, but if you want to do dynamic rounds, you can. Opponent difficulty, we are also going to set to amateur. What this does is it makes it so that through the simming, all of the opponents that you go against are going to score very high. They're going to be +5, +6, +7 in a round, which just gives you more opportunities to win the tournament and also beat the rivals in the rival system. I just set conditions difficulty at normal. If you set it to very easy, it'll just make everything soft and slow. But I don't do good personally with that, so I just set everything to normal to just kind of keep default values for the course in, because I just play better like that. But that's all personal preference there. We are going to do 1 round per event, with the round length being a full round. Now, if you want to do longer, you can. You can do dynamic rounds for 4-round events, but that's just more menu surfing. So we're at least going to do 1 round per event. Round length is full, because that gives us the most XP playing a full round. So the first thing that's going to be is you're going to have Troy. He's your agent. You do want to just kind of engage with this system at first. Engaging with this system allows you to build up followers. You need to build up followers all the way up to 10 million. Once you get to 10 million, the follower system becomes irrelevant, because 10 million is what you need in order to complete a quest. So when you see interviews pop up, when you see like events pop up to gain popularity, you should always just do them, just because you do get more followers through the system. So definitely do the agent talking to you. He'll take you through, like he says, we have a goal of 10 million followers. You're just like, okay. And he says, what do you want to pick for personality? And you're going to pick whatever one sounds good to you. What you'll see through the MyCareer, when somebody asks you questions, you'll see this little symbol in the top right of this bubble saying like plus to the lion, which is bold. You can do both. I suggest you do not do the one that's both, which is composed, we don't want to do that because it's just easier to do the other ones. And then you have the elephant, which is reserved. So choose whichever one you want, and then when you do the interviews, just look for that symbol up at the top and always pick that symbol, because that will move your personality over and over and over until you get to the max, and then you get boosts to your followers every time something happens. We're just going to go bold, and we're just going to keep picking bold, 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 because that gives us a streak once we do it for enough weeks, where we get boosts to our followers, which helps us get that 10 million followers that we're striving for. Now, you'll get other quests rewards as you go up for the followers. 10 million is the ultimate goal. The next thing you'll find is in your messages filter, or messages tab, you'll have something from the golf club. What I suggest you do is at least get sponsors to tier 5. I've been just maxing them out before I change over, but tier 5 allows you to get one of the quests that you have to do. Now, I haven't even finished that quest yet because I have gotten my MyPlayer to the rating that I want them to be at, which is a 90 for right now. If you really need the VC or the XP, you can do some of the other quests that I haven't finished. I just haven't needed it. So that's up to you. I always max out the sponsors. They'll come in as you play through the MyCareer. For now, though, I'm just going to say golf club, yep, and I'll sign, and I'll just do this. Now, you don't have to do it through messages. You'll notice as you play that you'll get messages from like Callaway or Titleist or something. You actually don't even have to click on the messages. If you come over to the sponsor system, it'll say reputation and it'll be like open or good. And just right from this menu, you can select new sponsors as they come in and want to work with you. So if you want to just save time not going through the messaging system, sometimes they give you some followers. It's usually not much. But if you just want to skip the messages altogether and just come here and interact with the sponsor screen, you can do that. But before we get into any of the settings, this is the rival system. Now, what the rival system does is you will play one of these characters, you'll play against them, and you have to beat them in a Stableford. Essentially, you just have to beat them in the tournament in order to defeat them as a rival. Now, when you defeat one of these rivals, you'll get a message from them, which you do have to read, because inside that message will be XP, VC, like a hat or a shirt or something from them as well. So just select any of the rivals that are unlocked. You have to beat all of these rivals before the next tier opens. And essentially, we're just going to work our way through all of these rivals until finally we get to Tiger Woods. Once we beat Tiger, you will get this putter right here. Scotty Cameron Super Select Newport 2. So once you beat Tiger, you'll get this free limited edition Emerald putter, which means that it comes with +4 fittings already attached to it. You just have to level it up. So we're just going to pick Tom Kim as our rival. It is set. Now let's go to our settings. So here's where some of our decisions were already made. It'll keep it lowest difficulty is what we're going to do. Now, there are specific events that you need to just make a cut at. So first thing you'll want to do, CPU attendance, 100%. You want your rival to always be at the tournament. I have noticed, though, that sometimes, even with 100% CPU attendance, sometimes your rivals don't show up. So you will have to play another tournament in order to defeat them. But you should set this at 100% just so you can beat your rivals as quickly as possible. If you're really struggling with opponent difficulty, I mean, you can turn this all the way down. I kept it at 70 and didn't have a problem. I was still beating them handily. But if it is something that, you are still struggling with, you can turn this all the way down as well. Here's where your conditions come into play. If it's normal, then you'll have these conditions. If it's very easy, then it'll be like no wind, very soft, slow green speed, very soft fairways. So if you're struggling with conditions, you can also change those here. Very soft and very slow just makes it so like balls don't run off as much from fairway and greens. So that's just something to kind of just pick for yourself as well. It doesn't change any of the XP or anything else. So for that, it's personal preference. For regular events, you do keep this at 1 round for full rounds. Alternate events, you also do 1 round for full rounds. Signature events, I do 2 full rounds because one of the signature events actually is something that you need to make a cut in. So I just play all the signature events at 2 rounds. It doesn't hinder us at all that all the signature events are 2 rounds, even though we don't need all of them to be, because you're still getting the XP for it. For major events, we also do 2 rounds, full rounds, because for all the major events, for some of the quests, which I'll show you here in a moment, you do need to make the cut. And on a 1-round tournament, there is no cut. It's just winner takes all. 2 rounds, the way that it works is you'll play the first round, everybody will get even par the second and third round, and then you'll play the 4th round. So it considers it a cut in between all of that. So for major events, you have to do 2. Same for FedEx Cup. I do this 2 full rounds as well, just so we can take advantage of all of the quests. Well, that is for all of the settings that you're going to need to do. I do want to show you some of the quests. Now, the MyCareer quests only show up when you're in the MyCareer. If you try to look at the MyCareer quests from the main menu, they actually don't show up. But here's where the actual like swing skill comes in. When I said, you play it whatever's comfortable for you, it's because there are some quests for it. So there's perfect swing quest. There's an amateur difficulty swing quest, which is, again, 3 pars consecutively, just 1 birdie, record 5 fairway in regulations or green in regulations, and finish a round. There's Pro-Am, Pro, and each of these give you 50 VC, so it is good to do. There's Master, and then there's also Legend. If you really want to get into the mud, you can do that. So it's play whatever you're comfortable with. 50 VC isn't a lot, but you do still have the XP modifier, so playing at whatever level you are comfortable with will definitely give you a little bit more XP than what you would get with Perfect Swing. Playing on the Perfect Swing also helps you with some of these. Finish with 70 or better, 65 or better, 60 or better. I mean, some of these are really hard, but they do give a really good MyPlayer boost for you. Also helps with birdies in a row, because again, this is for any difficulty, which do give you a lot of MyPlayer boosts. Same with pars or better. Again, it's any difficulty, so more MyPlayer boosts. From Tee to Affinity is a phenomenal quest, because it's just total drive distance, and look at all the VC you can get from this. You don't even have to be on the fairway. This is just total drive distance, and you get so much VC and 2 Evo tools, which is really huge. Another thing that you're going to want to do before I go to the actual quests that I'm talking about, you do want to go in and just play casual games and just play 5 top golf rounds. You can play them by yourself to do this. But doing this quest not only gives you the MyPlayer boost, gives you an Evo tool, but it starts up part 2 of this quest, which is also just more rewards for you. So at least play 5 rounds of casual matchmaking. I just did Divot Derby, and at least do 5 rounds of Top Golf. All right, so now it comes to the MyCareer quest. So this is what you'll see. This is what I was saying with you want to at least engage with the system, engage with the interviews, engage with the conversations, because you're able to get this XP. So 300 MyPlayer for 3 interviews, 3 conversations, 10 conversations. That's 900 MyPlayer XP. Just getting sponsors. This is tier 1 with 2 different sponsors. You'll just legitimately work just through all of these. 5 events, 10 events, 15 events. All of these things, playing the 1 single round on Perfect Swing will allow you to just blow through these quests, because these quests are where there's a lot of XP and VC. And then you have the GOAT checklist. This will just unlock as you're playing through the MyCareer doing this. And also, I thought it was 10 million followers. It's not. It's 4.5 million. Those are out of order. I don't know if that must be a visual bug. It might have been 10 million back in early access. I don't remember, but it's only 4.5 million that you need to get to. But Rise to Stardom is one of the checklists for the GOAT checklist. And then as you're just playing through all of the rivals, here you'll unlock more. You don't get XP, but you will get some fittings that you can use. This is one of the quests that you'll get for just making a cut. That's why the 2 rounds is important. St. Jude's is something that'll happen at the end of your first MyCareer year. And this is one of the signature events. So this is why we put the signature events on 2 rounds instead of 1 round. Because for the signature event, if you want to complete it, you have to make the cut. Now, you only get a Flight 3-pack, but you also get an outerwear, which I'm a sucker for cosmetics. But if you place in top 9, top 4, and win the event, you get 1,000 VC right off the rip. And then we have all of our majors. So the Open Championship, again, you have to make the cut. So you need to play 2 rounds. For this, you get an Emerald Driver. And again, you will get almost 1,000 VC. The US Open, again, make the cut, another 1,000 VC. PGA Championship, make the cut. If you win it, another 1,000 VC. So this really starts to add up. Like, we're talking 5K VC just from these. Even more. No, like 7,000 VC for just completing these. And then finally, you have the Career Grand Slam, where you just have to win the Legends, the Open, the PGA Championship, and the US Open. So all of these that we're already working through. You win all of these, and you get another 750 VC, an Evo tool, and a gold shirt. So this is where you're going to be getting a lot of your VC early. And you're also going to be getting VC just by playing the game. But the MyCareer and these challenges are the best way to kind of load up on VC early. Not only that, but as you're playing, you'll also be progressing through all of the other challenges that are in the game. So it's like a double-edged sword of goodness, if that's even a thing. But a double-edged sword where you can get 2 birds stoned at once, essentially. So do the MyCareer is the best way for the quest system. And you're just going to start off, play every tournament. I would play every tournament, not just the ones for the quests, because again, you're still just getting XP. Just playing the game, you're getting XP towards your MyPlayer. So I would play every single tournament. If you want to just do the quests, you can. You'll just be missing out on some XP and also some VC from playing rounds. Now, I skipped the first event just because I wanted to show you something else. Now, if you would like, you can play the trainings. I skip all of them. They do give XP rate boosts, but going into the trainings, going through menus, going through loading screens, and then getting into some of the trainings that are actually extremely difficult to get, I didn't find it worth. So for me, I will do, because again, it is part of the quest system, I will do specific events. I skip practice rounds because those just give me plus attributes. I'm playing on perfect swing. I don't really care about the attributes. But I will do these, which are like sponsored events. And what these do is these will actually boost your sponsors. You'll be able to climb the tiers faster, and it's also part of the quest system. So whenever you see something for multiple events, whatever sponsor you have at the time, definitely come in and do these, because it will not only boost your sponsors so that you can also work through their quests that they have for each sponsor, but you can also work through the quests of like getting sponsors to tier 5. I think that you have to get like 5 of them. And you'll also unlock rewards in the process, like clubs and clothes, and also like VC, Evo tools, stuff that is in their pass. So 25 VC, not much, but you also get some fittings, you also get some clubs, you also get some apparel in some of these. So doing those events help you with your quests, they help you with your sponsors, and they just help you get more XP, VC, and equipables to use. And that's what you're going to do. You are going to sit on perfect swing and just plug away at all of the tournaments. Again, if you're wanting to enjoy the career, actually like have fun and engage with it a little bit more, do not do this. This is for the people who just want to level everything up and get all the XP and get all of the VC. If you just sit and blow through this, you will be able to do that. So it's just a way of grinding if you're into that. And that's it. That's what you do. That's the setup for everything. That is the quests that you need to do, the XP farming, the VC farming. This is what you need to do in order to grind out your MyPlayer as fast as you can. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know down in the comments section. Subscribe to the channel for more tips, tricks, tutorials. I made a video of like where to start with the fitting system. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll put a link down in the description below. More tips, tricks, and tutorials coming in the near future here on the channel. So if you want any of that, make sure to subscribe. Past that, thank you for watching today. Greatly appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I will catch you on the next one.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in